Welcome to another episode of Catholics Live in Discipleship. I'm your host, Darren Nelson. Recently, I attended the ICSC, the International Catholic Stewardship Council Conference in Chicago. It was a wonderful time. I've attended this conference a number of times as an attendee and always walk away learning something new about stewardship and hearing the different ways in which stewardship is being fostered at parishes, and I always walk away learning something that I can apply at parishes that I'm working with. But this year, we went as a vendor, as an exhibitor. The Catholic Live in Discipleship podcast had a table there. Had a number of wonderful conversations with diocesan directors, pastors, priests, key leaders at parishes, talking about the resource that this podcast can be for them. And I had one particular conversation, we had a recording right at the booth, which is kind of cool, with Tom Smith, who's the Director of Stewardship and Development for the Archdiocese of Newark. He's also an ICSC Board member as well as regional rep. He's the regional rep for New York and New Jersey. We had a brief conversation about the experience that you'd have coming to an ICSC conference, as well as some key considerations. So I think it's very worthy to listen to. It's not very long, but it was a great conversation. And also check out the ICSC website because there's a lot of great resources there for you as well. Now, if you haven't already subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe to the podcast and share this with others so that they can use this as a resource for themselves as well. So let's jump into the conversation with Tom as we talk about the experiences and key considerations for coming to an ICSC conference. Hi everyone, this is Darren with Catholics Live in Discipleship. We're here at the ICSC Conference 2025 in Chicago. Fantastic conference. I'm standing here with Tom Smith, who is the Archdiocese of Newark Director of Development. But you also have a role here at the ICSC. Tell us about your role, Tom.
I do. So I'm coming up on the completion of my first year of being a board member representing Region 3. Region 3 is all of the dioceses and archdioceses in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. It's a fairly large region, comparatively speaking. We have about, I believe 14 is the number of dioceses and archdioceses. And our role is to promote stewardship within the respective regions, to engage and invite and encourage participation in the ICSC conference, as well as ICSC membership throughout the course of the year, which provides various content and access to parish and diocesan materials when it comes to understanding and better communicating the concepts and the principles of stewardship. Because at the end of the day, money and mission are not exclusive of one another. They're very much united, and it's what we learn in the Bible and in our faith. And that's one of the things when we talk about stewardship is that it's not about money as much as it is about understanding that there is a deeper relationship to giving, to transformational giving, and that we are called to acknowledge that we have gifts and blessings from God, and to take care of those gifts, to be accountable for those gifts, and make a return of those gifts. And while we're doing that, we're better serving the mission and the needs of our respective areas.
Yeah.
So that's our role.
Yeah, and how important it is for us as Catholics to really understand that there is that true relationship of my call as discipleship to be a good steward, right? They're not separate. They are one of one, you know. And so my first one, 2014, is when I first came here, and I came here with a pastor who really was trying to foster discipleship at the parish level, and he said we really need to help the parish also understand our call and role as good stewards, and it's not just about the tithing, is it? It's about our talents. It's about our, you know, it's those three.
Yeah, the full complement of time, talent and treasure.
Yeah.
And also recognizing it's not a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing journey in all of those areas. And I think stewardship is very much paralleled with growth. We form our own faith, and we're constantly challenged in our own faith, and we constantly have to be evolving, in our faith. We don't change what we believe, but we change in certain ways we might do things, right? It's a journey, and things do change over time. Technologies change, people change, the complexion of the church changes, and connecting stewardship principles, stewardship strategies and initiatives to those ever-growing needs and challenges that we're faced with every day is exactly what stewardship is. It's recognizing the diverse needs of the local and universal church and bringing the resources to meet the mission, to advance our faith, to educate and inform those around us. And as development professionals, one of the things we are called to do is to help bring in those resources. And it is an ongoing journey at every facet of it. If you incorporate a new software like a database, you have to care for it and you have to nurture it. You have to update your records, and that's a very temporal analysis, but the parallel there is it's very similar to what stewardship is, which is ongoing. It's an ongoing reflection and an ongoing practice.
Yeah, and one of the things that I love about coming to ICSC is meeting the diversity of people around the United States and oftentimes from different countries, and that's what I love about the conference here is the speakers. There's such a great diversity of speakers. It's not the same speakers every year. There's a great diversity. You get to hear the different voices and the way in which the Catholic Church is living out stewardship and really growing stewardship, is I just love that about it.
Yeah, you can come here whether you are a development director or work in a development capacity at the diocese, a parish, or a school, or even a foundation. You can come here as a pastor. You can come here as a finance council or pastoral council member. You can come here as a parish staff member. You can come here as a CFO or a COO of a diocese. And the tracks are segmented in ways where we are addressing stewardship, schools, parishes, data, technology, Hispanic ministries. So there's certainly a variety, but there's something for everyone, and it's not limited. And those that are speaking on the topics, those that are on our exhibit hall here are all those with vast experiences that are coming here and really just trying to educate and inform the wider Catholic community in the United States and beyond about various practices and trends and things that we should be looking at to advance and build the mission in our community. Yeah,
and I love the different tracks. You can come here and there's specific tracks, whether you're new or you have been a director of development or stewardship. There's always something here to learn. There's always something new. And one of the workshops that I went to this year that I kind of challenged myself on was the AI one. AI and I were not friends at first, but I saw that, and at first I was like, nah. But I said, I'm here because I'm here to challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord sends us to these to really grow and be challenged. And I went there. ACS Technologies did a great workshop on AI and the effectiveness. That's what I love too. Is the ICSC, they're looking to grow and really always bring new ideas.
Technology has been a bigger and ever evolving and growing in this space. And it's important in the sense of certainly making our jobs more efficient, but also more for the purposes of engagement and evangelization. Through technology, we're able to better connect with our flock. We're able to better communicate, a message. And many bishops would say the way to evangelization is through technology, social media, social outreach, and the beauty and the art of the church.
Yeah.
And the use of technology for many of us, even myself. I always say I'm a Luddite when it comes to technology, but you certainly have to be comfortable being uncomfortable in learning it and using it, and be open to utilizing it in your local areas, because it's only going to fit to better serve you for the future.
Yeah. Any as we move to close this conversation, any insights into next year yet? Anything out? Or
There's I don't have any information. I know some people who do, but it has not been shared.
Yeah.
But it's going to be announced soon. How soon, I'm not exactly sure. But what I would say is for anyone considering coming, to come with an open mind, come with a plan. Look at the schedule, and try to outline a plan and be intentful on things that you're looking for and looking to take away to put into action. Look to the local development offices at the diocese and or the board reps if you certainly want more information. Use the human capital and learn from them. And collegiality, I think, is one of the biggest things that I've certainly learned and benefited from coming here. I've been to the ICSC from 2006 to 2014, haven't been since then. So you and I had overlapped. So this is my first one since 2014. But that consistency of coming, and in that time period, I learned that there's a wider array of those around us who have services, experience, and knowledge that could certainly meet some of the needs and challenges. But you also build that collegiality with a lot of your colleagues and friends, all in different areas, and it's helpful. This is very simple, but it's helpful to have someone on speed dial, because highly likely when you call them, they're facing a very similar situation you are, and you can draw upon that experience.
And that's what I love about this is we don't have to do this alone. So many pastors, leaders think we have to do this alone. We're on our own. We're not. And this is a great place to really experience that. So, Tom, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, this was fun.
This was great.
Yeah.
And for those who are thinking about coming to ICSC for next year, please reach out and check out their website and make this intentional for yourself. So thank you so much,
Thank
Tom.
you.
All right. God bless.
God bless.
All right.